Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday. I am really excited about this week on my channel because this is all about my favorites from 2018. So I have a ton of different categories. There might even be a couple days this week where I might upload 2 videos in a day. I have quite a few categories and I don't really want to like draw this out into next week, but today's video is all about my favorite gadgets from the last year, and most of these are beauty related. A couple of them probably would not be considered beauty related, but I like them, so I'm gonna mention them. And yeah, so we have favorite skincare coming up, favorite makeup, favorite body care, hair care, favorite home fragrance, favorite perfumes, all of those categories I'm going to cover this week. And I'm really excited to share all this stuff with you. Some of these things I discovered this year. Some of these things I have loved for many years, and they are just automatic favorites every year. And I will try to do my best to link everything that I can down below in the description box. So if there is anything that you want to read up more about, or know where to buy it, that information will be down there. So let's get started with my gadgets. The first 2 are going to be related to dental care because I think your smile is one of the most important features. Teeth have always been kind of a big deal to me. I've always done my best to take very good care of my teeth. And the first thing that I'm going to mention is actually not this new toothbrush, but this year I invested in a water pick. And I know that sounds very like 1975 of me, but water picks are amazing. I really honestly kind of suck at flossing my teeth. I do have all of my wisdom teeth that grew in. I had room for them, so they just never took them out. And it's really hard to get the floss back there, but my water pick has been a friggin' lifesaver. It just, whatever you have in between your teeth, it shoots it out. It is amazing. I have never had my mouth feel so clean. I feel like I don't get tartar buildup. It's amazing. I just have the water pick, which I think is like the brand, but I'll link the one that I have down below. It is so worth it if you struggle at all with flossing your teeth. At the very least, invest in a water pick. That has been a lifesaver for me. Second, Craig and I recently switched over from the Sonicare toothbrushes to the Braun OralB. I love this so much more than the Sonicare. We had Sonicare toothbrushes for years, like many years, and finally when the last one futzed out, I was like, I don't want to buy these Sonicare anymore because they seem to last about a year and then they just start to die. And for some reason Craig's would always fall apart. I never understood it. Like the last set that we have, it was like coming apart at the seam, and I'm like, what are you doing to your toothbrush? Anyway, I went to Costco and I picked up a set of the Braun OralBs. I don't know if there's like a specific name for this model. I'll link it. But yeah, really good. I find that it's easier to clean my teeth with this because I can get further back into my mouth. And I feel like the motion from this actually gets my teeth a lot cleaner than the Sonicare ever did. This one doesn't have as many features. Like the Sonicare had like a whitening. I don't know how much that actually whitened my teeth, but this keeps my teeth incredibly clean. Combined with the water pick, I'm very happy with my teeth. I haven't bleached them really at all this year. Normally once, or not usually more than once. Usually once a year I try to bleach my teeth just to like get them to whiten up again. I do drink a lot of coffee and I have been drinking a lot more red wine this year, and so I do think that I probably maybe want to bleach my teeth in January sometime as kind of like a fresh start to the new year. but I almost feel like I don't even necessarily have to, because I feel like they're still at a pretty good whiteness thanks to what I've been using in terms of dental care. So I think that's important. Get yourself a toothbrush that you really feel like cleans your teeth well, because that makes a big difference. One of my more like random gadgets is this iHome speaker thing. I did not know that I wanted or needed something like this until I saw one at Costco one day, and I was like, huh, Stella, should we get this? And Stella was like, does it mean we can play Christmas music louder? And I said, yes, we can. This is fantastic. Like, the sound that comes out of this is super impressive, and this was definitely under $100. I'm really a fan of this. If I can link this down below, I definitely will. I picked this one up at Costco, and it was super easy to pair up with my phone. When I'm watching YouTube videos, when I'm doing dishes now, I will turn this on, and then I feel like I can hear everything a little bit better, and then I usually have the phone up like against the window by the sink, and I'm able to look on the screen every once in a while. But I just love actually having like really good sound, and being able to listen to music this way. When I'm cleaning, I feel like I can take this with me around the different areas of the house, and usually from downstairs, it doesn't carry super well upstairs. I'll have to take my phone with me, but like going from room to room, either upstairs or downstairs, this has really good range. So big fan of this. Now let's get into the more beauty related gadgets. I get a lot of crap about still using my Clarisonic, despite the fact that I try to purchase as much cruelty-free as I can. Quite honestly, this is the one thing that I have not been able to replace yet, because I just haven't found a good quality replacement. Everything else in my makeup collection or skincare, I've been able to very easily, you know, let go of certain brands or specific products because I was able to find a cruelty-free alternative that was fantastic. I have not found anything that is as good as the Clarisonic. So I still purchase the brush heads, but it makes such a big difference for my skin, you guys. When I don't use my Clarisonic, I will break out. My skin texture doesn't look or feel the way that I want it to. This helps to keep my blackheads at bay. I really think it helps prevent breakouts for me. This is just a fantastic tool that I have had. I want to say that I picked up my first Clarisonic back in like 2000. This was before Stella, so maybe 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. And it's an amazing tool, you guys. I know that there's like the Michael Todd one, not the same. There are several knockoffs of the Clarisonic. They're not the same. I tried the Foreo Luna. It's nice, but again, it's not the same. So until there is an alternative to the Clarisonic, I will continue to repurchase the brush heads, and I will continue to use this. So I know it's not supposed to be a favorite, but it still is. I'm still loving this thing. Rudy the Root Lifter, you guys. I've got a bunch of cords in front of me right now. Okay, I did a review of this, was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. I first heard about this from my hairdresser, and she was like, have you heard about this new tool by Volume? It's like a crimper, but different, and you just put it at your roots. And I was like, no, what's that? And as soon as I got home, I started researching it, and I ordered it right away the day that I got my hair cut from her. And I love this thing. If you use it properly, it works so well. So the way that, if you haven't watched my review, you basically will like separate like the top part of your hair. You take a small section like this, and you turn this on. I have mine set on the, I think the temperature's on 300. And then you basically just put it at your root and you press down for like 2 seconds. And then I like to go down to just like one section down from that. And it puts this crimp in your hair that you can then put your other hair over top of, and it lifts your hair up away from your head, so it makes it look like you have really voluminous hair. Now, I don't use this on a daily basis because I just don't have time on a daily basis to do this. It is super quick, but I move in the morning. Like I wake up before 6. And I wake Stella up at 7, and usually between the hours of like 6 and 7, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm taking a shower, I'm doing my skincare, I'm doing my usual everyday minimal makeup, I'm drying my hair, and then it's time to wake Stella up. So I don't have even 5 minutes to do this, but when I have 5 to 10 minutes, I will always use this, and when we go out, it's one of my favorite tools. I love this. It's spendy, but it's worth it. And no, it's not like a crimper. I have a hair crimper. In fact, I just got rid of my hair crimper not too long ago because it's not the same. Like that crimping is not the same as this like waffle texture here. It's not the same. I don't care what anyone says. All right, and a new hair dryer. This was kind of a surprise for me because last year I invested in a T3 hair dryer. But I saw this pop up on my Octoly page this year, and I was like, it's a pretty color. So I ordered it, and they sent it, and I love this hair dryer. I haven't even reached for my T3 at all. This gets hot, but not super hot. I feel like this doesn't scorch my hair. The T3 gets really hot. Also, the cold on this, like the cold shot is like air conditioning cold, not just like blowing room temperature air like through the nozzle. It's like cold. It is a cold shot, and it locks my style into place. It is just, this is fantastic. I like this little nozzle thing. It's just really great. As far as like expensive hair dryers, I feel like this one's even better than the T3. And this is from Blow Pro. Did I say that? It's from Blow Pro. So I will link this down below. I think they have, I want to say I saw a really nice set that had this and some other Blow Pro products, because they also have a product line. I think I saw that at Nordstrom's or something. So I'll try to remember where I saw it and link that down below, because if you can get extra things, you should, right? But anyway, this is a really great hair dryer. I fell in love with that this year. That is it in terms of gadgets. The only last one I'm gonna mention, which is kind of like another random one, and mine is, it's falling apart because I've had it for a couple of years now, but I buy these Mophie cases. If you have an iPhone, you know that these things die within like 3 hours of using it during the day. If you've never heard of a Mophie, it's basically a battery backup like in your case. So the little battery is down here. When you run low on your phone, you just turn this little thing on, and it like fully recharges your phone. I actually just ordered another case because I have, and this is, I'm not really into technology. I've told you guys multiple times. I still have the iPhone 5S, and I don't want to get a new phone. I just don't. I don't feel like I should have to. So, but I had to buy the Mophie case because they're totally discontinuing the 5S because that phone was so 2014. So it's hard to find accessories for this at this point. So anyway, I found the helium juice pack at like Barnes & Noble of all places, but obviously if you have a newer phone, they have newer cases, and this is just fantastic to have. I am constantly using this thing every single day. When you put it on the cradle to recharge, it recharges both like your phone as well as the battery pack. I never ever run out of power on my phone, and that's fantastic. So I just thought I'd mention that too. If you've never heard of Mophie, it's been fantastic. I've had those cases for several years, and they've been a lifesaver for me, especially when I'm working during the summer, because I'm always needing to like pull up orders, check invoices. Obviously when I'm driving places, I need directions and stuff. So it's really nice knowing that I have the battery power that I need. All right, that's everything for today. Like I said, stay tuned for the remainder of the week for all of the rest of the favorites from this last year. And let me know if you have any questions down below. Take care. I'll see you in my next video.